The journey of the traveler. In a quiet village surrounded by mountains, there lived a man named John. John was known as the village traveler. He loved to explore new places and meet new people. He had a small, sturdy backpack and a walking stick that had accompanied him on many adventures. One sunny morning, John decided to go on a new journey. He waved goodbye to the villagers and set off on a path that led to the mountains. The villagers wished him luck and looked forward to hearing his stories when he returned. As John walked, he enjoyed the beauty of nature. He saw colorful flowers, heard birds singing, and felt the fresh mountain air. After a few hours, he reached a fork in the road. One path led to a dense forest, and the other to a river. John decided to take the path to the river. He walked for a while and soon heard the sound of rushing water. The river was wide and sparkling in the sunlight. John sat by the river, took off his shoes, and dipped his feet in the cool water. It felt refreshing. As he rested, he saw an old man sitting by the river, fishing. The old man smiled and waved at John. "Hello, traveler. What brings you here?" John smiled back and said, "I am on a journey to explore new places. I love meeting new people and seeing new sights." The old man nodded. "I am Simon. I have lived by this river all my life. It is a peaceful place." John and Simon talked for a while. Simon told John stories about the river and the forest nearby. He spoke of the animals that lived there and the changing seasons. John listened with interest. "You should visit the forest," Simon said. "It is full of wonders." John thanked Simon and decided to take his advice. He continued his journey and walked towards the forest. The trees were tall and thick, creating a canopy of green. The forest was alive with the sounds of animals and the rustling of leaves. As John walked deeper into the forest, he saw a deer drinking from a stream. The deer looked up and then calmly went back to drinking. John smiled, feeling a sense of peace. He walked further and found a small clearing with wildflowers. He decided to rest there for a while. While John was resting, he heard a faint cry for help. He stood up and followed the sound. Soon, he found a young girl named Lily, who had hurt her ankle and couldn't walk. She looked scared and was sitting on a rock. "Don't worry, I will help you," John said gently. He examined her ankle and saw it was a sprain. He had some bandages in his backpack, so he carefully wrapped her ankle to support it. "Thank you," Lily said, looking relieved. "I was picking flowers and slipped. I couldn't walk back home." John smiled and said, "I will carry you home. Where do you live?" Lily pointed to a small path that led out of the forest. John gently lifted her and carried her along the path. It was not far, and soon they reached a cozy little cottage at the edge of the forest. Lily's parents were outside, looking worried. When they saw John carrying Lily, they rushed over. "Oh, thank you so much. We were so worried," Lily's mother said. John explained what had happened and assured them that Lily would be fine with some rest. Lily's father offered John some food and water as a thank you. John gratefully accepted and sat with them for a while, sharing stories of his travels. After resting, John continued his journey. He climbed higher into the mountains, following winding paths and crossing small bridges. He saw beautiful views of the valley below and felt a sense of wonder at the vastness of the world. One evening, as the sun was setting, John found a small cave. He decided to spend the night there. He made a small fire and sat by its warmth, thinking about his day. He felt happy knowing he had helped Lily and made new friends. The next morning, John woke up early and continued his journey. He climbed to the top of the mountain and looked out at the breathtaking view. He felt a sense of accomplishment and peace. As John made his way back to the village, he thought about all the wonderful things he had seen and the kind people he had met. He realized that the journey was not just about the places he visited but also about the experiences and connections he made along the way. When John returned to the village, the villagers gathered around to hear his stories. He told them about the river, the forest, and the kind people he had met. The villagers listened with wide eyes and smiles. John's journey inspired everyone in the village. They admired his courage and kindness. They learned that the true essence of traveling was not just about reaching a destination but about the journey itself and the people you meet along the way. And so, John, the village traveler, continued to explore new places and share his adventures. His stories brought joy and inspiration to everyone. He reminded them that the world was full of wonders waiting to be discovered and that every journey was a new opportunity to learn and grow.